Hello, this is Anime Exclusive again. You're here with Jared.
I am Neal. No, listen, okay, look. Before, you're seeing this recording, but literally for like 3 minutes beforehand, we got sidetracked because of just how we did the intro the first time. And we'll put it on bloopers. It's actually kind of funny, but nah. Anyways, how's it going, Jared? How you doing?
Doing pretty well. Just worked a long shift, but we're here and we're locked in. So let's get it started.
Because we've just been dicking around for like the past 5 minutes, which is great. You're one of my best friends. Dicking around with you, goofing off with you, right after a long ass day is one of the many pleasures I have. Wow, this sounds mad gay, but we're keeping it in. No, but look, just goofing off with you after a long day is one of my favorite ways to spend downtime.
Fair enough.
Right? So, and being able to do it on camera is awesome.
And detrimental, but it's fun.
It's what?
I said and detrimental, but it's fun.
Is it? Well, I mean, it's great for my mental health.
Depends on what we post.
We're keeping all of this.
Depends on what we post.
You know what? We're cooked. We're doing this.
It's cool.
Here we are. Happy Saturday. We're filming on a Saturday. Happy Saturday.
I'm just here to, make content go.
Okay, well, this is just where we're at today. So I had a twisted tea when I was waiting for you to get home before we filmed this. So there's a little bit of that too.
I had 2 for dinner. It's cool.
Oh, it was like that. All right, cool. Cut the cameras. We're drinking. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
No, we're not doing that.
Not yet. Not yet. We will after this though.
Fantastic. So let's get back to the episode. So the framework of what I'm looking at today is the fact that he's been on the podcast for a while. We haven't really talked about who he is and what we're about. So it's going to be a rundown of like what Anime Exclusive about, where we're trying to go, who he is as a person, what his vision is, and how we're trying to get to become part of that. So Neal, tell me about your path that you're working on right now.
The path that I'm working on, well, I am currently 5'10", 30 years old. I am I would say a taller Asian male. That's what I'm, and I'm currently working on lowering my body fat percentage and increasing my income. And so all of that is technically true, but I am an actor / model who's getting his model body back after a car accident. Mm-hmm. I work in finance, and I'm also a personal trainer. So, if y'all trying to lose weight and do that stuff, right, I'm the guy to hit up. If you guys need anything for like short films or longer projects, that's me. If you need someone to look good for a camera, I'm your guy. So yeah, that's what I'm really working on. That's that. My family's putting pressure on me to get my master's degree, so I'll probably do that at some point. That's basically me. I hate talking about myself, ironically. So yeah, that's all you're getting for now.
Actually, no. Let's pivot a little bit. What kind of actor are you looking to be?
So my background is in martial arts and sports. So any like action-y roles, I tell people like, in movies, every group needs a badass Asian, and that's me. That's what I'm gonna do. So yeah. I mean, that's the most boring way to put it. Is if you need a badass Asian on your team, I am your guy. Simple. That's simple enough.
Okay, what brought you to the industry specifically?
I want to do movies to inspire people, man. So this is kind of getting into my little bit deeper into myself, which is fine. So I was 24 years old, and people who knew me at that time, I graduated college at 21. Most people do it at 22. I bought my first rental property at 22, 23. And got a pretty good gig up about an hour where I live, working in the finance industry. And a couple of years of that goes by, and I was just massively depressed about my life. Straight up. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was driving home And I remember the exact intersection that I did it too. But I just stopped, put the the sun blocker view thing, the visor in your window, literally opened it up to the mirror mode, looked at myself in the eye and said, bro, man, you've got a decent paying job, you got a good car, you got a rental property, you just collected rent from people that are 10 years older than you. Like, people are paying you to live in your house.
Right.
Why are you so sad about where your life is headed? Why are you dreading your life? And I just, a little voice in the back of my head that's kind of been there since I was a little kid just said, man, you want to make movies. You want to be a part of that. So go do that. Quit saying I'm going to make this career move and then eventually do that. Do it now. And yeah, so I did. And I'm still working on that goal, still pursuing that. And the thing that really pushed me over the edge to make that decision was the first Black Panther movie. Just Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, my guy. I walked out of that theater and just said, this feeling that I have, I want to tell stories that make other people feel that way. And whatever they want to do with their life, whatever they should be feeling about their life, and that, whatever they want to do in their life that makes them fulfilled, they should do that. And if I create or am a part of a project that makes someone feel that way, I will have done my job. And that's why I'm doing it. So, yeah, I mean, what else do you want to know? I don't think I've even told you that outside of this podcast. Have I ever told you that?
I don't know, but that's why we got season questions, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's funny. You just said, what else do you want to know?
Yeah, what else do you want to know? I literally just poured my heart out in front of the camera and I'm like, all right, what else you want?
But the way you just delivered it was crazy. You could have said, thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
No.
What else you want to know? It's crazy.
No, because whenever I do a spiel like that, I'm like, am I saying enough? Am I saying too much?
No,
I'm an actor,
it's
right?
funny because you answered my follow-up question, so I was like, I got to figure out.
Well, no. But here's the thing. I'm an actor, which means I have a script. So when I do monologues, there's a natural endpoint to what it's stop talking here. So I don't have that here. So I'm just like, hey, man, is this good? Can we cut?
Can we cut? Nah, man. So, it's interesting, right? Because you said that when you walked out of that movie, you saw how much that movie inspired you. You want to inspire other people to do the same thing. My question for you would then be, what do you think that you have that you can create and cultivate that you think that people can latch onto to where they can be inspired to do what happened, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't have a full-on answer yet, and that's the journey. Is I'm trying to figure that out. It's people tell me. Yeah, I have the good enough looks for it. All right, cool. I didn't believe you till I was 24, but
fair.
And only because I started acting, and as a joke on myself, I auditioned for a role that said attractive male, and I got it. That's the only reason I even found out. I was like, wait, people think I look good? All right, cool. There's that. But the thing that sets me, I don't know, it's just this obsessive, crazy drive that I have. This is the only thing that's been in my mind. And I know that, everybody says that, but it's I mean, you've known me long enough. This is almost all that I talk about.
Absolutely.
Aside from anime, and that's why we're on this podcast. But, it's this is what I'm gonna do with my life, and that is it. So, yeah, and one of the things that I've found throughout, my current acting journey so far is you just keep going. Doors will open for you.
Right.
My current coach right now, he was telling me earlier today during our coaching session, he was just hey, this is what I did in my journey, and at some point I just kept at it and doors just started opening. So yeah. What else you want to know? Okay, that one was just sarcastic.
It sucks. If I had another camera, I would have worked with that camera.
Oh no, I know you would. You're buying that one though. We'll get a third one soon. It's because my folks are driving down with it for a road trip next week. I need to remind them.
Yeah, facts.
Anyways, back to what else? What else do you want to know? This one I mean seriously.
What anime puts you give you the most inspiration to become who you want to be?
Oh, that's a tough one because it's always evolving, right? The first anime that made me really get it, really focus on that part of myself, Naruto, because Like that was my first gateway anime, was Naruto.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden, like Attack on Titan comes out, you know, and you see like those badass characters that are like that, and you're like, all right, cool, I can get that. I mean, the jacket scene, the Eren Yeager jacket scene, like was it during the pandemic? I was just like, all right, gym time, like let's go.
Fair.
Did that. The most recent one that I found really inspiring is Solo Leveling.
That's my
And
show.
no, I know that's your show, and like here's why, because it's like he's given a daily, like I'm a person that believes strongly in habits.
Habits and routines, yep.
Yeah, habits and routines, and he's literally forced to do that, and you see his progression over like a 2-week stay at the hospital. Now that's unrealistic to the real world.
Sure.
But it's that lesson of like
Due diligence.
Yeah, due diligence, just putting in the work every day.
Yep.
There's a punishment if you don't. Now I would die if I skipped a workout, but it's
Right.
like there's there's long-term consequences of that. So those are like kind of where it is right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. In my college years, I was playing intramural basketball.
Yep.
And Kuroko no Basket was airing, so there's a little inspiration there for like that period of my life, but that doesn't really count with what we're working with right now.
Right.
So yeah, that's basically that. But yeah, Solo Leveling was a good one. What other animes that inspire me? I'm not gonna say that this show constantly inspires me, but I do every once in a while, like those My Hero Academia moments that just hit different.
Okay.
Like the All Might.
Maybe the biggest one for you though.
Huh? The biggest one for me? No, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a journey. Like every once in a while, there's a show that just kind of kick starts me.
Like your highlights.
Yeah, it just highlights like, hey man, like you can do more.
Okay.
And you get certain My Hero Academia moments from it, but Solo Leveling is the most recent one.
Okay. What about what characters like that you saw in an anime that made you want to recultivate your personality or your drive or like anything like that?
I'm not gonna lie, like many people in my age, my early teens emo phase was definitely inspired by the Uchiha clan. So that's definitely a thing. That was I was a really edgy teenager thanks to the Uchiha clan, and Jared and Post. I'm gonna see what you said right there, but yeah, there's that one. It's weird because a lot of my like personas that I choose to adapt are not anime related. They're like other media, but
I know they are.
no, I know, but like
this is the anime podcast, man.
No, this is exactly. So I'm like, I'm
trying to like
think,
reposition the
no,
frame.
correct, and that's what I'm trying to think. So like, so definitely Sasuke Uchiha. I'm trying to think of like my college years. There's definitely going back to that Kuroko no Basket from earlier.
Yep.
I definitely had like a Seijiro, like Akashi.
Which color was he?
He's the red one.
Got it.
Right?
Yeah, I asked that question.
Yeah, no, you did, and it's a valid case. He's the red one, and that, like we're talking about Power Rangers over here.
Watching the pod, they'll be like,
and, you know,
that makes sense.
No, from Kuroko no Basket, he was the Red Ranger.
Yeah, literally.
The red one.
Literally how it
No,
works.
so there's a little bit of him in there. Like, as much flack as I say, like, Eren Yeager is not a motivational, inspirational figure, because he's not. In terms of persona, I did kind of adapt a little bit of that, like, keep it cool. And, I mean, on the inside, he was a freaking mess, which, I mean, I was too at that time in my life.
True enough.
Yeah, so, like, any anime character, any show that I'm watching where, like, the character is just lasered into what he's about, not worrying too much about emotions, not worrying too much about like external circumstances.
Right.
It's just this is what I'm trying to get done. I'm gonna go do it. That's it. And I mean, like you've known me long enough that I get to that point, and you've also seen me through some emotional highs and lows. So I get it. It makes sense.
But I know you. The audience doesn't.
Yeah. So it's like my thing is just like, oh, that's what happened. All right, cool. Well, I guess we just have to pivot because that's the end goal.
True enough.
It's very season 7. This is gonna sound terrible. Season 7 when All For One from My Hero is talking about like there were multiple routes to the same goal. I like whenever something happens, I just switch paths and just keep going. that's kind of me. It's the episode where the traitor was revealed. Like right before, it's the spiel he says right before they reveal who the traitor is. Yeah, so that's kind of what it, that's just kind of where it is. It's just like, hey, here's the end goal. We just gotta. That's what we gotta do. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
What else? All right, cool. So, Jared, are you ready to be interrogated, inspected, and probed?
Absolutely.
Fuck.
I do myself all the time.
Let's do that again.
That was bad. That was actually really bad.
No, dude, no. I was just like...
Interrogated, inspected, and probed.
I was just like, I need a third one.
I do it to myself all the time. That was bad.
I didn't even catch that.
That was so bad.
You know what? We're keeping that in because of that. No.
I will cancel the upload. That's crazy.
All right, cool. So, all right, Jared, I guess, we'll the conversation on you. So, what was your, anime that inspired you to become who you are?
Funny, it was a lot of romance animes, genuinely. And the reason why, romance animes, I would say, shows like Horimiya, shows like bottom tier character Tomozaki-kun, shows where the character started out like a low, depressing, very low self-image person. Also, my teen romantic comedy is wrong as I expected. Also a great one. But shows that where the kid was in high school, right? And he's trying to figure out who he is as a person. He's trying to figure out what kind of personality he wants to be, and trying to see if that world out there, the popular world, the social world, the strong, independent, I can be somebody that's worth being around world, and is where they just slowly take steps further to try to touch that existence, to try to walk into that personality and figure out how to interact with people, figure out how to make friends. Those characters, honestly, really I've looked at them and was just this is a mirror image in a lot of ways. Not all of them, of course. These are mirror images of what I was when I was in high school, and I was trying to figure out who I am, when I was trying to figure out the quirks about myself that people didn't like and the ones that I did like, and then I can use that to my advantage to make it to where I'm more interesting and stuff. Those characters really help me embody the person of who I am today, and help, I know these are newer shows, that's why I should said some of the older ones too, but just those characters really made me see okay, it's okay to change, It's okay to become a different person. I'm not saying being who you are is a bad thing, but if you really want to find something that you can change, and there's some things about yourself that you don't like, it's okay to go after those. It's okay to honestly flip your entire personality if you want to, just because if you don't like who you are, you don't like who you've been, you can change that. And so those were the shows and the characters, because the specific main characters from that shows, in their inner monologues and how they talk to each other, or to themselves, is a good example of who I became and why I became it, and what even the thought patterns of how they got to where they're at are very similar, especially bottom tier character. I promise you it's a goated one. But even that character specifically was a good explanation of me thinking, I am this way, I don't like who I am. I thought I was comfortable until I found out what the other side was like. And those characters, those shows, really opened up the map to my own mentality, and just be okay, well, I don't like X, Y, Z. My size is the easy one to talk about, and I'm working on it right now. Lost 20 pounds. You know what I'm saying? But these things that we thought we loved, thought we were okay with, and then that changed us on the inside, and we now know we don't like it as much. We don't want to live in that existence anymore. Not saying I'm not talking about suicide or anything like that, which heart goes out to those situations, but those type of people and those type of characters show me that I can be whoever I want to be, and so I choose to be exactly that.
All right, cool. So then the next question for that would then be, where you started and where you want to be, where do you feel you're at in that journey right now? Because you're not there yet, because you tell me all the time that you're not.
Right.
But where do you feel that you are? Because I have my own thoughts on that.
For sure.
For you. But let's tell the world what you think first of where you're at.
Fair enough. I think you're getting, I'm thinking about what we have talked about, and so I'm trying to not include those topics because the audience has never been there for that, so we're not gonna get into those pieces. But I think, and I'm more it's almost like I'm romanticizing the idea of where I'm at. Because because like in my head naturally, I'll be like, I'm down here. Like I've been down here. It's like my bottom was here, and my new here is here. It's not that anymore. And so like it's funny because like we like to be like, oh, this is like I'm not as good as I think I am. You know, I'm like, and then you think you're even worse than you think you are. And so like you run into those like pitfalls of like existence. But like for me specifically, right now, I would honestly say that I feel like I'm like in the middle of that character, right? I am on the cusp of being that person. I'm on the cusp of being like the main character that I'm looking to be. Like I'm touching the glass. Like I'm so close. And the reason why I say middle is because I'm trying to be modest, of course. I'm like, I'm right there, but like I'm like it's like I'm close, but I just have to get X, Y, and Z figured out, and then I'll be literally there. And so that's middle would be the biggest range, I would say.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you thinking?
5 or 6.
No. No, here's why. I'm just like,
wild.
yeah, no, I'm just like, bro. I'm just like, bro, that is like the most average answer. You're like, I'm right in the middle. First of all, you are, but you aren't. And I'm saying this as your friend.
Mm-hmm.
You were a lot further. So like, I think where you are and where you want to be, I would say you're actually about like closer to a 7. Right? Like you're getting there of where you want to be.
Fair.
But where you can be, you haven't even scratched the surface yet, bro. Okay. That's what I'm saying. It's like who you have of yourself you have built in your head, you're 70% there.
Sure.
But who you can be and who you build yourself up to be, you're not even close to starting.
Fair.
Because that's just how I see you. Like I was not joking the other day when I told you, I was just like, hey, like when I look at my long-term plans, you play a big part of what I'm trying to build, because it's like I see where you're gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's somebody I want in my circle.
I appreciate that.
For what I'm trying to build.
Genuinely, I appreciate that.
Yeah. I've never told you that, and the first time I'm telling you that is on camera, because I'm generally meaner to you off camera. Because it's just fun to me. I'm a dick to you.
I thought you said genuinely mean, and I was just like,
No. I'm like, yeah. My name, personality, and Jared is just like, yeah, just be a dickhead. But like, from the bottom of my heart, I do mean that, and there's a reason that I keep you around. As like I said, when I name off the people that are in my circle, like you're one of the few names that are in there for a reason, right?
Appreciate you, dog.
So yeah, like I'll dap you up after you're over there.
Fair enough. But
like that's that's where it is. So in terms of what you're trying to build, what are you trying to build here? Like obviously a podcast, but like where do you see it going? What else do you see yourself doing?
Man, like it's funny because like at the end of the day,
Hey, time out. You got to be inclusive, man.
What you mean?
You said, man, you just alienated 50% of the human race.
Don't do that.
Anyways.
Thankfully, like you can cut out when I saw.
No, I'm keeping that in.
No, Pride Month?
Huh?
Is that on Pride Month? Crazy.
We weren't talking about sexuality. I'm just saying man. You said man, and I'm like, what about the women, bro?
It's funny, I was about to talk about the most important woman in the world.
The what?
I was literally about to talk about the most important woman in the world. My mother. And like, okay, so like my mother has a lot of situations and issues. We're not gonna get into that right now because it's important, but it's not the topic that's at hand, right? But here's what I'm trying to get at. Like I realized today, like not today, like over the course of like times and like here and there.
I was gonna say today. You and I have talked about it multiple, like at least twice.
Yeah, no, but I like specifically this point.
Okay.
Like I've been thinking about money and like wealth and things and like it's funny because like my goal at the end of the day, and like I'm starting to realize this more and more as I get older and stuff, is that like I want to put my mom in a situation where she doesn't have to worry about money, right? That takes a lot of money to be able to take care of myself, take care of what I'm building, and take care of my mom. That takes a lot of money, and so like I work hard like in the back end. Like I work a lot of days of work. I'm out here podcasting when I can. Like not when I can. I'm literally want to go sleep right now, but I'm still podcasting regardless. So I podcast when I need to, regardless on schedule. But it's just like I want to take care of my mom, and I just want to give her like the life that she deserves, and that's my main goal. Now to break down the building part of like the empire that I want to build, I want to build a community of people that see themselves the way I saw myself, as I explained before. I want to build a community, and I want to build a like circle of people, because like the anime community is so even though it's like worldly accepted, and like it's all like, oh, we got like all these social media people, and we got all these influencers that like promote the fact that we all watch anime, the coolness of it is still kind of there, right? And there's some people that want to be a part of that, like me specifically, and like how I like live my past, how I live my past life, and how I'm living my current life, transitioning into like the new like pathway of like existing, you know, like that, like sees myself as somebody that wants to be in those circles, but I am not the person I need to be, or the person I want to be, or even the person I should be to try to get into those circles. And so I want to be able to be the person, or a gateway in a lot of ways, to open up that circle to like multiple different people, and like be like, hey, we're here, you know. Like that's why I like to talk about romance anime so much, because it's like it's a really big genre that like not a lot of people like because like it's all action shonen, it's all that thriller, that suspense shows, and I'm over here watching slice of life. And so like that's why I'm like, I want to open up. I just want to open up a gateway for people to be able to come be a part of, and listen and talk and have a conversation and enjoy, without needing or requiring the extra pieces that like the image of it. I'm gonna use Instagram, it's easier. The image of Instagram creates, you know. And so that's why I wanted to start this podcast specifically now, and the reason why I thought it was important now is because like I'm going to transform over the course of this podcast, and I want to show A, where I started, B, where I'm going to end up, and C, that any of us can do it, honestly. And so if you want to change, you can change. If you don't want to change, then don't change. The thing is, I want to change, and so that's why.
So follow up with that question, you said show people that we can do it. What is it? Besides a clown under a fucking sewer grate.
Nice. So it is theoretically anything that you choose to do and want to do, right? If you want to be my judge drive trucks for a living, so like it's like there's a reason why my next point would be like, don't shame that profession. I do it. I love it. I really do love it. Anyways, but like if you want to go be a truck driver and you need to go get your CDL, and like that's what you want to do. That's for you're like, I want to be a truck driver. All right, like I want to drive garbage trucks. Like they make good money, by the way. But like I want to be a truck driver. I want to drive garbage trucks. Like if that's what you want to do, go do it. Like if that's the point, if that's the pinnacle of your dream. Like a lot of my friends are becoming firefighters right now. You know, like if there's something that you want to do, that you may not have the encouragement or the support to like go do that thing, that's what I'm trying to create, right?
Right. No, yeah. I totally get it. Like I don't want to make that point lost, right? I want to just hammer that home, like that's what you're after.
Absolutely.
That's really good. Yeah, and I'm debating if I want to keep this next part in.
You're the editor.
Huh? No, when you were saying that, like the Shia LaBeouf meme, just kidding. I was like, that is a more eloquent way to yeah. Like what he was saying and what you were saying is like the exact same thing, but I get it, and you just said it in a way that's like not a meme, and I love that. So I'm glad that we got that on record, because I agree with you. I'm also just an asshole that lets his intrusive thoughts win more often than not. So
yeah, we don't do that over here.
Shut up. Yes, you do. You just don't do it when the camera's rolling, unlike me. So.
Good skill. It's funny because you're the one who wants to be an actor.
Absolutely. No, for sure.
There's gonna be so many bloopers when these guys are actors. It's gonna be so funny. He's like, do you know how much film I wasted?
What's really funny is like most of my current fuck ups right now are just me not like letting intrusive thoughts win, but like there's a thing called, it's what my coach calls an actor's brain, where it's like where I'm trying to be a character, but there's the actor me, right? Where it's like, when the cameras aren't rolling, this guy's like analyzing the scene, like, oh, do this, do that, like doing the technical side. But when the cameras are rolling, this guy has to take over, where like you're not thinking, you're just being, right? Actor brain is when these two start fighting when the camera's rolling. That's where my bloopers happen, where it's just like, I'm killing it as a performance, but then halfway through, my actor brain goes, "Hey, you should have did this," and my performance for that half second dies. And like it's like I'm on, and it's just like, oh well, you wasted a good take because for that half second, you stopped being that character. So that's where most of my film bloopers are going to come from currently.
Fair enough.
Right? I'm actually weirdly locked on when I'm on set. Like, yeah, I'm goofing off and stuff, but I'm like just being prepared. So it's weird. Maybe one day I'll be able to bring you on set and you'll see how I work. But yeah, that's basically that. So that's a little bit about us. I was going to talk about today's episodes, but I just realized you haven't watched them yet because you worked 14 hours doing it. So, hey, you know what? That's cool. No. That's all right. Cool. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about some of the memes you sent me today on Instagram. So, the anime-related ones.
I was about to close this thing out right now.
No. We're not doing. No.
I have no clue what I said.
It was the.
Genuinely.
No. I specifically want to talk about like that. The one you showed, like I saw right before we started rolling, which was like the Natsu and Lucy's like first moment in the show, where she jumps. Moment. It was a beautiful moment where she jumps out. Hold on, no. Where she jumps out of the building because she's like, I heard Natsu. I'm gonna jump. He's gonna catch me, right? So I'm watching that. I'm gonna let you compose yourself before I finish this. All right, cool. You good? You good?
Oh, I forgot.
Okay, yeah, no. So she jumps out of the building. Natsu catches her. Everybody knows it's like one of their first iconic moment. And she's like, I trust Natsu. He's gonna catch me, right? And the biggest takeaway that I had from that scene is that Gwen Stacy did not trust Peter Parker enough. Oh shit. So yeah, that's just where so thanks for showing me that. I really did appreciate you doing that for me. I watched the
totally forgot
the My Hero episode today. That was great. That was the most this season is the most I've liked most of these characters, like a lot of these characters in the show.
That's saying something.
So Deku, like I finally was just like, all right, like I'm actually kind of rocking with Deku this season. It's not gonna last long, but like I kind of am. Todoroki, this episode, I was just like, bro, this guy's like, okay, like I get. Took you 7 seasons to figure out who you are, and now you're here and you're kicking ass, and I'm proud of you for it. So like that's.
They really nerfed him though.
Huh?
They really nerfed him.
Not this past episode. I'll tell you that much.
Fair enough.
Like, cause they figured like. Without getting into too much spoiler for you,
sure.
His whole arc, because he's a fire power and an ice power, and obviously he wants to suppress the fire because of his dad. Right? But through his growth arc, he's realizing like, hey, these aren't two separate sides. I am one being, right? It can't have one without the other. I can't be me if both sides of me are not at their not at their best per se, but like if it's like I can't be whole unless I reconcile these two parts of myself, and that's what he's been doing this whole time.
Right.
And this episode has really showcased and like shown the fruits of the labor that he's been putting into working on himself and making peace with what and who he is. And this is like the episode that showcased like this is who he was meant to be, and he's becoming that person. Right? And I'm like, I'm watching it and I'm like, he finally gets it. Good for you, dude. Right? And that's awesome. And I think anybody who's kind of like having like an identity crisis of like, I like this part of myself, I don't like this part of myself.
Right.
Todoroki's a person to watch because he's been grappling with that this whole time.
Right.
And it's coming together. And it kind of like, it took him 7 seasons. And it's like, for everybody out there, yeah, it might take you a while.
Yeah.
But when you figure it out, you're just going to experience a whole new level of like realization of self and who you are. And it's a beautiful thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it took like going to therapy. It took like really getting connected with like my spiritual faith and like spending more time like on my spiritual health. Talking some things out with family that I've kind of been holding back, which was awesome. going to the gym not because I hate my body of how I look, but because I love myself, and being like, you know what, I want to be the best version of that. Let's go back to the gym.
Oh, it's all hatred. No, I'm playing.
Say it again. No, say that louder.
I said, oh, it's all hatred. No, I'm playing.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, and you were talking. See, those are the intrusive thoughts you let win. No, but like, I mean, like for me, that's where I was at, and so like, going through that, and you know, like it's a beautiful thing. So like, as people go through, and as you guys go through your journeys, hopefully that happens to you know sooner than later.
Right.
But when it does happen, you're just gonna feel a sense of like, wow, this is who I am, and I love me for it, flaws and all. Right? So, you know, I did not expect this episode to be as wholesome.
You really underestimate how well I could do at interviews, to be honest.
At what?
How well I do at interviews, to be honest.
No, I'm not saying that.
Really
I'm saying like I knew we were doing interview style today. I just didn't think this would be like it would go this way. Also, look at the camera.
I'm sorry.
This is live.
Here's the thing. You're talking, so like I knew that when you were talking, I was gonna be in the video. And that's
you haven't seen how I edit this yet. I figured out how to do side by side. So.
Oh.
Yeah. Now I can switch it back and forth and do whatnot, but like.
So yeah. Whenever I'm looking at you, just switch it.
Oh no. No, I'm gonna have fun with it because you're looking to like the way the camera like. Since we're facing each other, he's looking this way right now.
Yeah.
So when I edit this and you're looking to the side, I'm gonna switch sides so you're looking off camera. You're looking off the video. Yeah. See, like,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
It is 100% something I would do.
I'm 1,000% gonna react to my own videos, explaining myself because I don't think it's fair at this point. No. Now, this is just smoking. I'm gonna get smoked in the comments. Be like, "What is this guy looking at? What is he doing?"
Oh no!
I'm like, he edited this perfectly to where that's how it looks like.
Absolutely.
Now,
and here's the thing:
content's content. I don't care anymore.
No. My favorite part about that is probably gonna be my alternate accounts asking those questions, be like, "Why is he doing that?" Knowing damn well.
The profile picture's the same.
What's that?
The profile picture's the same. This man does this in all his profile pictures.
Hold on. I did that once. And that was hungover after soccer call and after Easter. So, yeah. Also, I definitely just admitted to being hungover after Easter. Who doesn't know that, though? I've been doing it every year. It's because soccer con is always on Easter weekend. And, you know, and my family has this rule of don't miss Easter. So, we go hard soccer con, then I just go over there. So, although last year it wasn't so much.
We got super bonds out now, so like we'd be fine.
Not sponsored
yet. I
still haven't tried it.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten drunk enough to try it either.
That is also true because, as per the beginning of this video, I'm now in my 30s. I can't just do that anymore. It's okay, Jared. You'll understand one day.
Yeah, but I got super bonds, so I don't ever worry about that.
Stop trying to get sponsored. No.
Bro, like I swear by those pills. I'm dead serious.
I know you do.
Like, I'm dead serious.
Bro, I saw you.
It's not even about being sponsored. It's literally just the fact that like I've never had something that like put me on like that.
Bro, you drank a twisted tea earlier, and I saw you wash it down with one of those.
I did not do that.
No, you didn't do that. That's fucking.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Twisted tea.
You're trying to gaslight me into something. Do we have a twisted tea? Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Do I wash it down with pills? No.
No, you don't wash it down with pills. You wash it down with super bonsai.
Anyways,
this is also not a sponsor. I'm wearing a Puma cap.
Yeah, we're not sponsored.
We might get in trouble.
Our sponsors are gonna tell us to take this down.
We're a long while from there. Anyways, so yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
Fair enough.
I was thinking about just like random ass topics to talk about.
Do it. Shoot them.
What is and this is the one that comes off the top of my head because you're into romance anime. What is the worst shonen ship of all time? It could be a crack ship. It could be like just a canon one. What is the worst one you've ever seen? All time.
You're gonna have to edit the part of me thinking because I have to actually think about that.
No, correct. It's okay. I love me a good like crack pairing where like they don't make sense. Like they kind of do, but they really shouldn't.
But like
they don't end up together. But
think about a quality one though.
Huh?
I'm trying to think of like a quality one.
Like a quality crack.
Like a yeah.
I don't know, because we were talking about like Natsu and Lucy earlier. Like, I always thought that Gray and Urza would work out, but then like they introduced Jalal, and I was like, well, that's gone. No, they were setting that up in like the first couple chapters, and they kept the show going.
Their personalities were way too different.
Huh?
Their personalities weren't gonna click.
You could. Anyways.
You have to make a lot of things turn.
No, well, yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, before they introduced Jalal as a character.
Juvia was perfect, so I don't want to hear nothing about that.
I hated her for the longest time.
Of course you would.
Nah. I did not like her at all. I still don't like her.
Other than Natsu, who supported Gray? He was alone for a long time. He needed someone to support him like that.
Yeah, but she was straight stalking him. There's
facts, but it's an anime though. That's not fair. That's her one anime quirk. You know, like a lot of characters have like that one thing that's like That's like even in One Piece, like each character has their specific thing that's obviously off and completely extreme and magnified.
Right,
that was hers. But like as a character, if you take that one piece away, she was a well-rounded person, a well-rounded character, a strong fighter. Like
yeah,
she was
sure,
solid.
but like. I mean, like, my gripe with Juvia, and I have this with a lot of other characters, too. Like, Hinata was kind of like this for me.
Sure.
Where their entire personality was want to get dicked down by a sad character. Like, Sakura was like that, too.
Have to say that?
Alright, fine. Wants to be... My personality... Like, your entire personality is, I like this person.
Right.
Right? Hinata was like that for a good chunk of... And don't get me wrong, like, they all have their moments outside of that.
Right,
but it's like
what I'm saying is Juvia had a lot of moments outside of Gray that made her a strong character.
Yeah, but then she'd always kind of, and this is part of the writing. But she kind of undermined herself by like immediately getting back to that.
But like that's
like she was. There's very rare moments.
That's a heroine trope, right?
Which I'm glad they stopped.
Because no, they didn't. The
ones I watch.
My Hero Academia, the girl.
Uraraka?
Yeah, she does it.
No, she does it, but like the way that My Hero
off.
does it is like they space it out so much that it's not like always what she's about. Whereas Juvia, whatever she's not fighting.
But you also got to think about the timeline in which shows were created.
No, and then for sure. But it's like, and like that's what I said. I'm glad they're starting to kind of get away from that.
Fair enough.
As like an industry as a whole, it's like at some point they realize that women are people too. Like they have their own desires, they have their own wants, they have their own like they're their own people. Whereas like in the early 2000s, it was just like I just like this character and that's everything that's important about me.
I don't disagree with that. I just think Juvia was a beautiful character.
Huh?
I just think Juvia was a beautiful character.
That's just because you like girls that are wet, bro.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What, you don't like girls that are not wet?
I just think.
I'm just being.
You gotta cut that out.
No, we're not. No.
That's crazy.
See, the thing is, if I cut it out earlier, it would look bad. But now that we're actually talking about it, it's actually not that bad.
That's wild.
Yeah, no, power of editing, bro.
Oh my gosh. That was crazy.
No, okay, but you still didn't give me the right answer.
I forgot the question. Repeat the question.
Who's the worst anime ship you've ever seen?
Oh yeah, we were so focused on Juvia. Let me think. I still don't know. Cause like they're bad ones.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Just list them off and we'll just dig into it.
I think Naruto and Sakura would have been a bad pair.
Which is really funny because I shipped that for the longest time, and then and then when it didn't work out, I was just like, no, I'm glad it didn't.
Yeah.
They actually explained it in the novel series after.
Why did it work out?
No, why it wouldn't have worked out.
What was their answer?
Huh?
What was their answer?
They would have fought too much. They would have been, because they're both very strong. They would butt heads constantly. Like they would just.
It would have been a fire on fire situation. Which is funny because the parents that they did end up with, the other parties are chiller.
Exactly. And so like it's very like
sense.
It's like they were kind of similar in personality.
Yeah.
Like so here's the weird thing about me. There was a part of me, not a big part of me, but that was just like, it'd be really fun because it would never happen.
Right.
But it would just be fun to watch, even for a little bit. Naruto and Ino, for the exact same purpose of they're both hot-headed blondes, they would just constantly be fighting. It would have just been fun to watch for like a season.
The kid would literally be Bakugo.
No, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
That's how that would end.
Well, because Bakugo's parents, like the mom wears the relationship. Like they would Naruto and Ino, Naruto and Sakura, they would constantly be wearing the pants Sakura would wear the pants in that relationship, but like Naruto and Ino would constantly be fighting for who wore the pants in theirs, and that would have just been funny to watch for like comedic purposes, but no, it would not have worked out.
Fair enough.
Right, but it would have been fun to watch for a little while.
I would love to see this fan edit.
Huh?
I would love to see the fan edit.
Yeah. So, but like no, yeah. So like, like it's yeah. So it's basically like I read it, and just me being who I was when I read it, I was just like, yeah. So Naruto just needed a doormat. But no, he needed someone to kind of just mellow him out, which is good. And
Which
that's
it
what Hinata
did. Also.
Which it did.
Like Boruto is like a good example of like how she basically turned the kid into an adult.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
like he's like more responsible now. He like comes home when he tries to come home for dinner when he has time, and he's working on being a better father, and like having the wife at home is like literally chilled him out to like be more constructive. And honestly, he hasn't had a adult figure in his life until Jiraiya, you know. So
Yeah, that's a great start. Well, I mean,
But-
Iruka Kakashi, but like a real father figure for sure.
yeah, like he, for the most part, he blew the first two off until Jiraiya stepped in, and then he started looking. And after what happened to Jiraiya, you know, we all know what happened to Jiraiya.
He died. Yeah, you were trying to sugarcoat it. It's like, bro, come on.
But yeah, so like after Jiraiya died, he started respecting the adults in his life a whole lot more because he realizes like how like that was like the real moment where he realized how cold his world is really can be.
Yep.
And so that's why I'm like, at first like he did like Iruka Sensei, yeah, like Iruka Sensei, you were like my older brother kind of figure, but then like after that happened, he's like, yeah, you guys have been like pillars in my life this entire time, and I didn't really look at you that way until the one
Until
that had
Jiraiya,
gone.
yeah, for sure. And also, until he met his parents.
That
But here's the reason I bring that up. Here's the reason I bring that up is because Naruto's parents were actually not originally gonna be a part of the story, and then Kishimoto had a son, or like not a son, like he had a kid. I actually don't know the baby's like sex, but like he had a kid, and it was just like, you know what, like I want Naruto's parents to be more involved in the story because like I now have a child of my own. And
what a beautiful way to do it too.
Absolutely, and that's like why, like it was great. Like anytime I need a good cry, where like I just have like emotions bottled up that I just can't get out, I'll throw on like a couple of those scenes just to like force myself to like just to tear up a little bit, and it like releases whatever stress that I have in me. Like there's a catharsis to that. So Naruto's scenes with his parents also is like a thing that gets me to do that. Wow, we're just really getting into my psyche today. That's interesting.
I think it makes the show more interesting.
Huh?
I think it makes the show more
No, it absolutely does. I'm just like, okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right, so that's it for tonight's episode. Once again, I am Neal.
This is Jared.
This has been Anime Exclusive. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. All right, peace.